Difficult terrains, blocked paths, washed away roads, and narrow streets. These are barriers to an efficient transport of goods. Dromos is the new generation co-pilot for trucks, coaches, vans, and heavy-duty vehicles. It is a satellite navigation device and software especially made to assist you at far-off isolated places where your phone GPS will give up. It shows you difficult terrains, which roads to avoid, and helps you take better alternate routes. It will also give you real-time updates about any blocked roads, be it because of fallen trees or landslides on your path, much before you reach there. No truck driver wants to get stuck in a narrow street with his huge trailer, and thus Dromos will take you to roads suited to your vehicle's dimensions, weight, and load. Thinking about weather? Don't worry, we have got it covered with weather forecast notifications. To soothe your experience, we have connected our portal to all the possible points of interest you may have on your journey as per your required needs. This will help you find large parking spots, garages, places to stay, and fuel pumps with no height limitations. Dromos will help you plan your route schedule, and it also has a communication service where drivers of a fleet can contact each other in case a need arises. Your team in the office can track all the fleet movement, and map updates can be installed once a month easily through Wi-Fi. But wait, the best is yet to come. We are introducing a feature called My Space. The owner of the truck can input the size, area, and ton capacity of the load holding part of the truck in the Dromos device and save it. So whenever there is a consignment, the driver can feed the device with the size and weight of just one package of the whole consignment. Dromos will itself calculate and tell you the space utilization of your holding area, so that the owner can use this info to plan the journey, decide whether the trip is worth, and whether to pick up more consignments on the way or on the return journey. The team in the office can also keep track of the total load during transit to check for theft or loss of goods. Trucking has never been so joyful. Presenting Dromos, your truck co-pilot. Let's talk about the market now. The Indian goods transport industry is growing at a compound annual growth rate of 15%. With over 6 million vehicle goods moving around the country, the total freight volume is 1,325 million ton kilometers, a figure which is supposed to double by 2025. 14% of the country's GDP is spent on transportation and logistics sector, and out of this 80% of the cargo transport is done through road. India has a total road network of more than 4 million kilometers, and out of this a whopping 90% is district and rural roads. Now the roads in the cities and most of the rural areas are perfectly fine, but we are talking about an extensive network of roads in hilly and mountain terrains where driving with a truck or a heavy commercial vehicle is really difficult. There are over 250,000 trucking companies in India, and 70% of the market is dominated by small and medium level companies which have around 8 to 10 trucks in their fleet. This is our target market. So how does it work? Our team will mount the device in the owner's truck and activate the software. When you start your journey, you can see the map. You enter your destination and then you can see your route. Now at the bottom of the screen, you have all the utility features at your disposal. Just say you want to check out the fuel pumps with no height limitations. So you can see here, the green icons are the pumps which are open at that particular time, and the red one indicates that it is closed. What if your truck breaks down? This option shows garages on your route. You have weather forecast, which may affect your journey. You can find large parking places for your vehicle at these spots. In case of an emergency, the driver can choose to notify the head office, and an emergency icon will appear in the head office systems at the location of the emergency. These icons here signify the level of danger on the route because of the terrain. Green and yellow depict low to medium level, and red is high level of risk on the road. In hilly terrains, drivers may come across road closures due to fallen trees or landslides, and thus Dromos will keep them on track. The driver can also check out the street view of the road closure uploaded by locals in that area. Apart from this, Dromos will enable the driver to track fleet trucks of his company near him. India has different languages in every state, and drivers can read and communicate only in their native language. Therefore, it is of utmost importance that drivers or the owners have the liberty to select the language they prefer in the Dromos device, and hence we will provide those options such as Gujarati, Hindi, Marathi, Tamil, etc. This is how the team at the head office can track its fleet. On the map, they can see all their trucks in transit. Once they enter details of the truck they want to track, they can spot the truck on the system and route its destination with other necessary details. But how do we update our database in real time? We will collect pictures and information from passers-by, people on gas stations and garages and locals in that area. We will process this data and also data from our devices in the trucks and use it for mapping and real-time updates. One more option is to incentivize the drivers and motivate them to send us pictures which would give them points, in return of which the trucking company could redeem those points for discounts. At first, the trucking company's cost will be higher because of the purchase of Dromos devices, but in the future the cost will be lower because of the low subscription rates, and also they will save time in delivering consignments. Without Dromos, they will need more time to deliver their consignments, which means higher costs for fuel and other vehicle expenses, and this cost will keep on going higher. With regards to competition internationally, Google Maps are widely used but are quite general in their usage and are not vehicle specific, unlike Dromos' feature of vehicle accessibility. However, TomTom is, but are charging at least £400 for the same features we have. Locally, there are numerous companies like Phoenix Secure, Tracking Genie and Fleet Robo, but are mostly into fleet tracking. Thus, we enjoy an oligopoly. Here, you can see the structure of the trucking industry in India. Customers, trucking companies, brokers agents, and pure truck owners are the core actors. The trucking companies and pure truck owners largely depend on brokers and agents to get customers. Thus, along with targeting these truck owners and companies, we will also be approaching these brokers and agents to get business. As we know, this strata of customers cannot be reached online. So firstly, we will be the sales team since no one shares the same passion to reach our potential customers. We will penetrate the market by providing a pilot use of our product for a specific time, and when the customers get used to it, we will start generating sales. We will also approach the truck dealers and distributors and enter into different kinds of arrangements with them so that we can introduce our products into some of these trucks. When there is a reasonable demand generation, we will start distributing our products to wholesalers and retailers to widen our spread. So what will be our costs? One of our major costs will be buying the used smartphones, which can be available for as low as £60. The other major cost will be the app and software development. After some research and discussions with prospective software and app developers in India, we can ascertain that the development costs will be around £30,000 with regularly incurring update and bug fix costs of at least £1,000 per annum. So this Dromos device will then be sold to the customers. Apart from these, as the business is running, it will have expenses such as incentives to locals, which would be £1 for every 5 pictures, costs of marketing and salaries, running and operating expenses, and rent. No matter how many things you discuss, in the end, everything comes down to revenue. So what is our revenue model? We are setting the selling price of the device at £85, but selling the device is not our only source. We have formulated multiple streams of revenue with a subscription-based model. The first one is the communication service among devices. If the owner wants to opt for this, he can do so by paying a meager amount of £3 a month. The second source is the feature of fleet tracking and can be opted for just £10 a month. Thirdly, the transporters can allow the recipient of goods to track the consignment, and we can charge the transporters £10 monthly. And the fourth source is the map updates, which can be done monthly by the owners for £3 per month per device. Now there are 175,000 small and medium level companies in India. Say if we capture even 1% of the total market in the first year of our operations, we can start by selling 1750 devices. Taking this scenario, we have formulated a 24-month sales forecast for the sale of device promos and for sale of monthly subscription packages. 5% and 8% are the growth rates assumed in sales every month in year 1 and year 2 respectively. Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success. Our team has 4 members. Anfal is from Kuwait, has worked in project management, social entrepreneurship and marketing. Mine is from Thailand, has bachelor's in management studies and has great design skills. Doretta is from Greece, has studied economics, accounting, consultancy and has experience in logistics. I am Harshal from India. I have studied business management and have experience in running the businesses of fireworks, construction, photo media and ethnic clothing. With our expertise, we are creating an excellent platform which has not been done by many yet and are diving into a world full of unexplored opportunities and will transform the Indian transportation industry.